Welcome to Garden Plants with Jim Putnam. Let's talk Golden Oakland Holly. This is Golden Oakland Holly from the Southern Living Plant Collection. We have two of these in our garden here in Raleigh, North Carolina. One in a container out in the front garden, in a large container, and then this one back here, which is meant to be kind of a screening plant between dividing the middle part of two beds. This is a great four-season plant. It has this great creamy kind of gold variegation with a green center. It has an incredibly stable variegation. A lot of these variegated hollies that I've seen introduced over the years, the variegation is different on every leaf, it seems like, and it doesn't seem all that stable. Two things: I've yet to see this one ever revert, meaning I've never seen any green shoot come on it at all. And the variegation is very stable, the same top to bottom. This one has an incredibly narrow habit, which is really nice. Some of our other upright hollies tend to be a little more pyramidal, a little wider at the base. So this one, has a lot of uses, being this tall and this narrow. This one hasn't been pruned at all. It very much has an oak-like leaf. These look wicked, and a lot of these hollies are, very spiny, but this one really, the spines never really get all that hard. You can figure out a way to get in that old growth and it sting a little bit, but it's not any big deal. There are a lot of these new hollies that are like this. They're almost false holly-like, where you can still touch them, but they look like they would be wicked. Again, great four-season plant. It's like this. It looks like this year-round. We're in the new growth phase here in April, so the variegation is a little bit lighter color. It will fade. The center green part will become darker green as the season goes on, so it will fade a bit from what you see right now. It does flower, it does fruit. I have not seen this fruit as heavily as some of the other hollies that were, kind of known for having lots of red berries on them in the fall, but it will have some. And it seems to take a couple of years to get that going. The one in the front garden in the container has bloomed a lot this spring, so I expect it to have a lot more berries than it had last year. And then again, of course, in the fall, this is how it looks. And in the winter, this is how it looks. It's gonna reach 15, 20 feet high for sure, and probably end up as much as 10 feet wide in the future. The growth rate, people are gonna say about a foot a year on these types of upright hollies. This one, because it's in a part shade space, has grown faster than that. It's actually probably grown as much as 2 feet a year. It was only this tall when we put it in. It's definitely grown 4 feet in 2 years. The one out in the sun in the front garden seems to be a little slower, but probably a little more compact. Typical order of these upright hollies are going to bloom in the spring about now. We're filming this right at the beginning of May, and then the fruit's going to form during the summertime and color up during the fall months to a reddish color. These are hardy in zone 6 to 9. They would, again, prefer full sun. We've got this one in part shade, and what that's going to do is just stretch it a little bit. It wouldn't want to go in any more shade than it's in, though. It is still, even in this part shade space, getting at least 3 or 4 hours of direct sun. So because of its upright, narrow habit, it definitely lends itself well to being a screening plant or as part of a mixed border screen. That's usually what we recommend, to pick several different things when you're putting your screen together. And again, because of its narrow habit, if you're on a small lot, this is kind of a perfect screening plant to use. Great as a corner foundation plant. So if you've got corner of your foundation, you need to get some height, you don't have a big footprint for it, Golden Oakland Holly is probably a very good choice for that. We have one in a container, again, in the front garden, and then it can go in any kind of formal garden because it has kind of a formal shape, or it looks good in a cottage garden where you put other just kind of wild perennials around it, things that get different heights and shapes. It would look great as a backdrop to those kinds of things as well. Most of these upright hollies are pretty tough plants. You put this in a spot that's just evenly moist, someplace that moist or partly dry, it dries out between waterings. That's what you're looking for. You'll be responsible for watering it that first few months that it's in the ground, but these become pretty daggone drought tolerant in the future. I always say, though, when I say that about plants, that doesn't mean they'll perform at their optimum very best if you put it in the ground and then water it twice and then it gets dry for a month and a half. So you keep an eye on it for a while until it's well established. These can be pruned, in the late winter, early spring. You can shear them a bit. That will cost you some berries. It's one of those things about these types of upright hollies. If you're growing them for the fruit, then the berries, then any kind of pruning you do at any kind of time of the year is going to mess with that some. But if you have a wild limb on it here or there, you can prune it. One of the beauties of this plant is this one's never been touched with a blade, and it looks pretty daggone good, really. Could I have the shape a little bit tighter? Yeah, with a little bit of shearing, but I don't think it's necessary. Looks great without that. We fertilize everything in the garden here in the late winter, early spring. It's well mulched. We've watered it when it needed water, and that's it. Really very, very low maintenance plant. But this is Golden Oakland Holly from the Southern Living Plant Collection. Thanks for watching.